Chris Brown is at it again, threatening a valet. By the way, not the first time, but he did it last night, and he threatened physical violence.
Can I say something, though, on Chris's behalf, which I don't normally wouldn't normally say?
Fine.
He did not, I will say, he showed restraint here. He's clearly upset.
Well, he didn't hit anybody.
He did not hit anybody, but he was very upset with the valet when he walked out of town last night. He was with some friends. They had a group, and Chris went up to pay the valet. We don't know exactly how much they were charging him.
But he felt he was overcharged.
But he clearly feels he's overcharged. And listen to what he says. I mean, it is a threat. It's definitely a threat.
I should knock you out, but I'm not. Don't pay none of your money. It doesn't matter. I got you. It doesn't matter. No. Too many cameras for it to be quiet. I need my check.
It's a white ticket. It's a white ticket.
Next time I see you, look me up.
That's
your
foul.
Oh my God.
No, it's not okay. That's foul. It's a white car.
Okay, can I tell you why this really bugs me?
He's very calm, though.
No, but it's a bigger problem that he is.
Really?
It is a bigger problem that he's coming. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because if it were just Chris Brown flying off the handle, okay, I get it. This is Chris Brown processing that my instinct is to knock you out, but I see cameras there, so I'm not going to knock you out, but I might knock you out in the future. That is processing.
I actually took it as he wasn't really going to do anything to the guy, but he did want to intimidate him.
No,
he
I
absolutely
think that
wanted to intimidate him.
I think he's just doing some trash talk, because if you notice the valet, though, he's like smiling or whatever. He's like, all right, on God, like, hook me up next time. Like, it doesn't seem like he's being that aggressive or that violent.
Raquel, I think even the valet was uncomfortable and knew that there was a camera there and didn't want to make it seem like there was a scene, and that's why he leans in and kind of smiles. But as he's smiling, you hear Chris say, I'll knock you out. I don't give a blank.
I know, but I think if you look at the valet's face, though, he's not taking Chris serious. I'm not looking at that.
But is Chris taking Chris
serious?
No, I don't think that Chris is even that hot. Like,
but they're not playing. Chris hot. Chris isn't laughing when he says it.
You know what the deal is? I think this is the issue with being Chris Brown. I think the issue with being Chris Brown is I watched the video, and it doesn't matter whether or not he meant it or didn't mean it. What I do know is probably a bad idea for him to say it.
Yeah.
Definitely a bad idea for him to say it. It could have been a situation to where he's like, yo, hook me up next time, man. I'll come back, I'll knock you out, and he's just messing around.
Hey, Van, have you ever had a problem with the valet where they're overcharging you? I have.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever said to the valet, I was thinking of knocking you out?
No, but in other situations that are similar to this, I've definitely made jokes like that. Without a doubt.
Even if you make jokes, though, and it's
By
Chris Brown.
By the way, I'm
I'm
not saying it was a joke, because I don't know what his intentions were.
Right.
And there's no reason to give him the benefit of the doubt in this situation, especially.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I'm looking at the video. No, it's not because of what I do. It's because I'm looking at the video, and at no time do I see the valet fearful at all. I don't see Chris Brown with a
Raquel, hold on, Raquel. Even if the valet isn't fearful, doesn't mean that Chris. All right, so maybe the valet didn't care, but Chris still made the threat.
Yeah, it's not how it's received.
Actually,
it's how it's.
At one point, the valet actually smiles, and they don't even seem to be having. I can't say that that's an aggressive encounter between Chris Brown and someone. I really can't say it. Now, my point is that for Chris, even if he's just messing around, it's probably not a good idea to say that because of the way it's going to be perceived. Because anything he does, he's the most dangerous guy in the world.
But that's the point, because it's Chris Brown. That's all it is because it's Chris Brown. If this was anybody else and they were joking and doing a play for him out or whatever, right? Because at no tone at all do I see Chris Brown even looking a little bit angry.
He wants to hurt
he's not poking his
maybe because Chris Brown is conscious about having cameras around.
Look, the words are said to intimidate, and like I said off the top, I give him credit for actually restraining himself, because a lot of times in the past, Chris has not done that. So I'm going to give him props for that, but still the words are clearly intended to intimidate.
Hey, it's Trey calling in from North Carolina, and I agree with Raquel. I really don't think that it's that big deal. It kind of sounds like an episode of South Beach Toe. Like, because of what he said, yeah, it is bad, but everyone knows you don't want to be overcharged. Like, so obviously he's angry, but I don't think he's so angry to the point where he actually felt like he was going to hit him. But because it's Chris Brown, he's going to be seen in a certain light, or the way certain things he says is going to be taken a different kind of way. So I feel like next time he probably shouldn't say something like that, but I really don't think he meant any serious harm to the Valet guy at all.
Okay.
All right.